So on the south sides are Hispanic, on the north side you're African American, and on the west and the east side you're Caucasian. And everywhere that I lived to was always on the north side, so I was just always surrounded by people that looked like me. Growing up, I actually moved around a lot. I've lived in houses that I didn't have heat for a whole winter, and just it was bad. So you never really settle in and make yourself at home. It became just okay, we're moving. And I watched my grandmother and my mom work so hard. Some of the most hard-working women, and they installed that in me. I used to walk my brothers and them to City on the Hill almost every single day, and that continued to happen for about 2 weeks, and Miss Lisa was like, why don't you just come in? And I'm like, okay. And I did my fake smile, and I came in, and I never really left. You can read all the self-help books you want, you can motivational quote, you can journal, you can seek all of these other different ways of self-improvement, but what really improved me and my life was my relationship with God. And all of a sudden, I'm bursting out this big bubble that I was in, and he popped it, and all of these things are overflowing. I had all these opportunities were overflowing. I had nobody else to thank but him. I had my team holding me accountable for a while, but at some point I have to actually hold myself accountable and make, is this what I really want? And if I really want this, am I willing to work for it without people telling me I have to do this? It's I got introduced to City on a Hill, and then all of these doors open, and then I got introduced to Christ, and more doors open. So it was I went from this shell of a girl that only could see past 24th and Wells or Center Street to I can just do anything that I want to do. Today, if I saw a 13-year-old, here's what I'd tell her. I would tell her that she's worthy, that she can do anything that she wants to do, but you just have to be disciplined enough to be able to say, this is what I want and I want to do it. And it's just something that God has installed in me that I'm worth this, I can do this, I can have this life. And for a while I didn't believe that, so I started believing it, and I started to achieve all of these goals and getting these grades. When I made the dean list, I hung it on the refrigerator, and it was about 3 months passed away, and I'm yeah, it's still gonna be there. I did that.